Okay, we've been working on translating a little bit of the beginning of Vergil's Aeneid, Book 6, using Seamus Heaney's Latin text, but also his wonderful translation. But let's pick up where we left off. We left off right here. They landed on the shores of Italy, and they had secured their ships. Now, let's start with Euenom Manos y Micadardanes. Now, remember, we'll go word by word, then we'll look at the endings, and then we'll make a translation. Okay, youth hand or band or group jumps out, burning, shore in Hesperium. So here, now I know this is a subject case. This is my T. Look at that, emicat, excuse me. And that T tells me it's he, she, or it, so these go together. Band jumps out, a band of young people, young guys. These are the sailors. Ardanes, ardent, really means burning, but they're probably super eager. Litos in Hesperium, there's that prepositional sandwich, onto the Hesperian shore. So a band of young men, very excited, jumps out onto the Hesperian shore. Quaerit pars semina, flammae, abstrus in veni silicis. So seeks part seeds, flame, obstructed in veins, flint. It's just the word for word. Like if you looked it up, that's what you'd find. Now let's look. This is my subject. There's my little t again, quaerit, like here. So a part seeks. Now I know seeds is a subject object case. Part seeks the seeds of flame. That little I can tell me it's of. Part seeks the seeds of flame, obstructed in veins, flint. Now, in the veins of flint, I know that's a silicus. This is also the of case. So, part seeks the seeds of flame obstructed in the veins of flint. So that's a very poetic way of saying they're looking for flint so they can start a fire. Pars densa ferrarum tecta rapit silvas. Part, dense beasts, covered pillages forests. So now we know pars is the subject. There's my T, again, just like here, imicat, quaerit. I know this is the object case, so now part does this, part does that. Another part pillages the forests. And then densa ferrarum tecta, again, another nice little sandwich of adjectives here. It really modifies what the silvas is. Now, it's appositional, so they don't match case or anything like that, but they're both accusatives. So another part pillages the forests which are the dense covered things of beasts, so the densely covered areas of the beasts. In Ventaque flumina monstrat, invented and rivers point out. Invented and rivers point out. Well, rapit, we know it's pars rapit, so, and point out rivers. In Ventaque rivers. Invented rivers, well, newly discovered rivers. So, part goes into the forests and does this, and they point out newly discovered rivers. At pius Aeneas, case, but pious Aeneas, hills which high Apollo sits on, horendaeque procul secreta Sibyllae, horrible and faraway haunts of Sibyl. Haunts meaning like places they hang out. This is where they stay. Of Sibyl. Antrum imane, a vast cave vast seeks. Great who, mind, soul, and delius inspiratuates aperitque futura. Delius inspires, prophet, opens, and future. Okay, But Pius Aeneas, I know this is the subject, but Pius Aeneas does what? See, we had Rapit, Monstrat, these are all, so what does Pius Aeneas do? Petit. But Pius Aeneas seeks Arces, the hills. These are the Capitoline hills of Rome and Italy. But Pius Aeneas seeks the hills which high Apollo sits on top of, on which, there's that ibus, means to or for, by, with, or from, or on which, probably, Apollo sits on high, horendaeque procul secretus Sibyllae. So the Arces and these and the Arces are these haunts of the horrible Sibyl. They're far away. The haunts of the Sibyl far away, antrum imane, and an immense cave he seeks. So all these Arces, secreta, antrum imane, these really the secreta and antrum imane tell you what these Arces are. These hills, these are the haunts, the faraway haunts of the horrible Sibyl. Really, it's an immense cave. These haunts are an immense cave. That's what he seeks. Magnum qui mentanimumque. To whom, and I think this is the Sibyllae, to whom, because I can see that's qui, that's a dative. Delius vates is subject case, single subject, to whom the Delian prophet breathes in, inspires, great mind. Look at magnum qui mentem. To whom the Delian prophet inspires great mind and soul, or spirit, apertetque futura, and opens up the future. Right? So again, this really eager band of young people gets onto the shore. Some of them are looking for flint, some of them are in the forests trying to find stuff where the wild animals are, and they pointing out these new rivers they found. But Aeneas is looking for the Capitoline, these hills, which is really, it's where Apollo sits on high, and the haunts, far away, the haunts of the Sibyl, really an immense cave. That's what he's after. That's what he seeks. The Sibyl to whom Apollo, really as a prophet, the Delian prophet, inspires with a great mind and spirit and shows the future. So that's really word for word, looking at the endings and then getting a beginning translation, but then you read, of course, the Nobel laureate, and you get something like this. Now a band of young hot bloods vaults quickly out onto the shore of Italia, some after flint for the seedling fire it holds in its veins, some crashing through woodland thickets, the haunts of wild beasts, pointing amazed at new rivers. But Aeneas, devoted as ever, has taken the road up towards a fort, the high seat of Apollo, then on to a place apart. That's what he seeks. So he's, that horendaeque, procul secreta Sibyllae. Then on to a place apart, a vast scarsome cavern, the Sibyl's deep hidden retreat, right? And that's really this part right here, horendaeque procul secreta Sibyllae, antrum imane. Again, these are these appositional accusatives, right? They're just we do the same thing in English, and you can see how he did this here. Then on to a place apart, a vast cavern. That's that antrum imane. That's the Sibyl's retreat. See how he uses the comma to do the appositional here. There the god breathes into her overwhelmingly knowledge and vision, opening her to the future. So there you go. We get our first little part here, all translated. We've got about 12 lines there. So much good Latin in here, but poetic Latin, remember. But follow that method. know the vocabulary words, then go back over to the endings, and then do your translation.